Hello everyone, I just got back from the Strongman Competition and let me tell you, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. It was a 3.5 hour drive away from my house, and let me tell you, it was worth every ounce of effort and energy I had to put into it because it was a ton of fun. I got a lot of great stuff, a lot of PRs, and I tell you what, it was worth every second of preparation, months of events practice, everything. It was absolutely phenomenal. I'm looking forward again to competing next fall. If everything goes well, hopefully there'll be a place around here I can compete as well. More motivated and fired up than ever, ready to get back to training and ready to really share with you guys about how the event went, and hopefully encourage everyone to go out and compete more frequently, because the more competitors we have, the more divisions we can have, and the better the events are just going to be. I mean, I'm all about friendly competition, and the more people we have, the better off the sport's going to be, and just the better everything's going to be. It's just that simple. We need more competitors. So I drove 3.5 hours basically because this was a USS, or United States Strongman sanctioned event. That was really important because I eventually want to get to nationals. So I figured if that's where I want to be down the road, that's where I need to start. And again, the rules and regulations, everything with them line up really good. Nothing against Strongman Corporation, but from where I live, most of the events are going to be USS sanctioned. So I weighed in around 175 pounds. I was actually one of the smaller guys in my class. Not really surprised about that one bit, but hey, I like doing it, so I wasn't going to let a low body weight stop me from doing it. Since I weighed in at around 175, I entered the novice under 220 class. So again, low body weight, probably advantageous on something like event 3, which was the medley. Probably a little bit of a hindrance with the deadlift, because you know, if you've got a little more weight to pull against, you're probably better off. But I really like the way this competition was set up, because it was a mix of athleticism and just all-out strength. So again, very, very good event selection, great competition. Everything was stellar. So there were about 40, 45 total competitors there. A lot of males, and I really wish we would have had more females. I was kind of surprised there was just a handful of them. And you know, ladies, I think we really need more female strongman competitors, or more strong women. So yeah, let's just do it. I mean, I got novice. Anyone, that's why we have novice, you know, is to see if you like the sport, to see if you want to continue on to nationals or continue on to the open. So regardless, we had 4 total events: log press, deadlift, medley, and then yoke carry. So the first event was log. My goal was right about 10 reps. That's what I had done at practice on a consistent basis. So let's see what happens.
Go. All right, Bill. take a breath.
Go!
All right.
All right, it looks like the judge gave me 17. That's kind of important to note because you don't get to count your own reps. That's why we have judges, for good form, full lockouts, full control, and all that stuff. So if I counted correctly, the judge scored me for 17, and I'm pretty sure that's what he said at the same time. Next event was deadlift. This was a axle deadlift, so we had the 2-inch grip bar, 2-inch fat bar. You are allowed to use straps in Strongman. Obviously, this is not a grip event. This is a deadlift event. Straps are allowed. Belt was allowed too, so I wore both. I had to show full control at lockout. Obviously, you have to make eye contact with the judges to get your down call. My goal was about 10 to 12 good ones. And yeah, I had done 10 to 12 consistently in practice. So yeah, let's get it. All right, so the only bad news, I wasn't really surprised because obviously the judge was being very fair. That 19th rep ended up not counting time hit, even though the bar was off the ground, the plates were off the blocks. I did not have it at full lockout at before 1 minute was called, so I don't get 18 and a half. I just got 18 on that. So still way better than 10 to 12. I'm happy with that. The event is starting off really, really well for me. I'm way over both of my goals for both events. We have 2 events left, medley and yoke. 2 events left, medley and yoke. These were done outdoors behind the facility. So the medley is a keg carry. It's about a 95 to 100 pound keg carry. Run back, get the second keg, carry that down to the other side, sled drag back. The total distance was 100 feet. I had consistently hit just around 1 minute in practice. So my goal here was to be just under 1 minute and just, give it my all. And I knew an all-out sprint was not really in the cards because even though I can sprint pretty fast, having to stop and pick up that second keg totally kills your momentum on the run. So here we go, keg, carry, and drag medley. Let's rock.
Don't overrun it. Come on back, hustle back. Come on, Bill. Dig in. Dig in. Dig, dig. $35. Good job.
All right, that went pretty well. If I counted correctly, I got 45 seconds. I'm not sure exactly what the judge scored me at. I'm kind of going by what I saw on the video. It may have been a little bit more, it may have been less. I'm okay with that because that was still roughly 15 seconds faster than what I was shooting for, so definitely a keeper there. Next up, my nemesis, the yoke carry. Yoke is probably pretty easy for anyone that's like 6'2" or above. I'm like 5'9", 5'10", I don't know, somewhere in there. And pretty difficult. I was able to, they were nice enough to let me set the crossbar where I wanted it. My goal going into this event was first and foremost, not get injured. Secondly, be able to complete the entire event without having to drop the yoke due to lack of control, lack of strength. And let me tell you, this was probably out of all 4 of the events, the one I was most concerned about because it was also the last event. Yoke is not right now my strongest event. I guess I'm on par, kind of, with it, but I knew there was going to be a huge hindrance in having to do log press, axle deadlift, keg carry, and drag medley going into this event. I knew I was going to be gassed, so anything, again, without getting injured and without a drop was going to be a win for me. In practice, I consistently got between 30 and 32 seconds, so I tell you what, this was killer. 4th event, yoke carry for Let's Do It.
Down. Beautiful, beautiful. Go. That's what this looks like. Go. 45 and 25.
All right. I don't know what he scored me at. I was too in the zone, too tired, and too just drained to care. I looked in the video. It looked like I got right around 28 seconds. And by golly, I will take it. 28 seconds. More importantly, 28 seconds, no injuries and no dropping. It was a smooth, steady pace. I was really happy with that. 60 feet down, put the yoke down, turn around, pick it up, and back. No drops, no injuries. Walked away from the event very, very happy. because, you know, that was what was really going to be the most challenging event. Not only just out of all 4, but I had the most challenging event on the 4th event when I was already half dead from the first 3 events. So, more importantly, as I said earlier, the USS was the sanctioning body for this event. So, according to their rules, top 3 in open qualified to advance to nationals, and also the first place winner in novice, which was my class, also qualifies to advance to nationals. I agree with what the gym did. They only announced the people that qualified to advance, so I actually don't know exactly how I placed. I know the guy that did get first place did awesome that day. Hats off to him. It was an absolutely great performance. I was unfortunately in the latter group, somewhere in 2 through 8, but you know, again, my performance was on par, so I can be, you know, nothing but happy with how everything came out. And here I am today, still standing and still just as happy. So on top of that, I really didn't feel the need to go back and figure, like, did I get second? Did I get third? Did I get fifth? It really didn't matter to me at that point, because I was so happy to be done with that yoke carry. I was like, you know, we've got a 3.5 hour ride home. Let's get in the truck and let's just go. I didn't get injured. I outperformed all my goals. I am happy. I'm doing it again. So let me tell you, more good stuff to come. Let's do it. Rock and roll.